About 2 years ago, I was driving home from a family reunion pretty late at night, and the drive was about 2 hours. I didn't stay the night because I had to be back for work the following day. Most of the drive was on roads with dense bushes and trees on either side, the real creepy ones you see in a lot of movies, of course. Anyway, I had been driving about 45 minutes, and I was starting to get really, really tired. You know how sometimes you just suddenly become really tired, just seemingly out of nowhere? Well, yeah, that happened to me. I knew I wasn't gonna last, but I didn't come across any place that I felt I could park and safely sleep. Anyway, after it became clear to me that I wasn't gonna find a place to pull up, and my tiredness was definitely not going away, I did something a bit questionable, I admit. I pull over to the side of the road, onto the grass, behind some bushes, to try to hide my car from anyone else who was going to come past. The roads weren't empty, so I didn't try to hide too well, but I came across another car every few minutes or so. I made a mental note that the time was 11:22 p.m., and then fell asleep. Sometime later, I was awoken by a scratching sound. I looked at the clock, 11:50. The sound stopped after a few seconds, and because I was still extremely tired, I didn't bother looking around and simply went back to sleep. I was later awoken by the same sound, and it was now 12:40. This time it really freaked me out because the sound didn't stop. The thought ran across my mind that it was just maybe an animal inspecting the car, but why would it return almost an hour after it left the previous time? I looked in my rearview mirror and just managed to catch a glimpse of something running away into the forest. Now at the time, I thought it was the damn hook killer, you know, the one that scratched that couple's car and slaughtered the guy when he went out to investigate. Screw that, I thought to myself, so let's get the heck out of here. There was a bend no more than 100 yards up the road, and as I came around to it, there was a car parked off to the side of the road with the driver's side door opened. I slowed down just to look to see if anyone was there, and there wasn't. Then I looked in my rearview mirror again. I didn't see anything, and then all of a sudden this guy comes sprinting around the corner. He starts screaming at me, shouting stuff like, hey you, get out of your car, now, in a very aggressive manner. I noped the heck out of there and sped off. After getting off work the following day, a news story played over the radio on my drive home. The same road I had parked and fell asleep on was now an active crime scene. A couple who ran out of gas went missing, and their car doors were left open with some scratches on the hood and passenger side doors. There have been no updates on their whereabouts. I came forward to law enforcement with my experience, but couldn't provide a good detail about the man I saw because of how rushed I was to leave. And, you know, I don't even know if I want to figure out what actually happened that night.